What's up, y'all? I'm bringing this energy to YouTube as I promised. Um, we got into where the OG to She So Vain came from on my Instagram. Today, this video is about me explaining where the name She So Vain came from and what my brain is about. Right now, my name is OG She So Vain. It's been like that for over the last 5 years. Um, Originally I wasn't OG She So Vain. I was She So Vain. I adopted OG in nursing school in 2018. Anyway, I never ever, when I created my name, the name was created for reasons of self. It had nothing to do with ever creating a brand, ever becoming an influencer, nothing. The name just solely described who I was in those small words put together. It wasn't until 2013 when I realized the influence that the name She So Vain had on people. And I started to understand that how I was becoming impressionable from young kids to even adults. So I'm gonna tell you that small story before I get into explaining what She So Vain means. So in 2013, my daughter was 8 years old. My niece was 9. My daughter had went and spent the night, at my sister's house. And my niece was kind of like advanced for her age. And she had asked my daughter, like, have you ever seen your mom's Instagram page? My daughter's like, no. She's like, I'm going to show you. So she showed her it on the iPad. And then she asked my daughter, do you know what her name means? She's so vain. And my daughter goes, yeah. It means like a woman that's like, she's confident. She loves herself. She dresses nice. And that's it. And my niece was like, no. It means that somebody that think they're better than everybody. They think they all of that. They just think that everything they do is the best. That's what She's So Vain means. It's a negative meaning. It's not what you think it means. So my daughter's like, no. My niece is like, yeah. My daughter comes home and she tells me about like the talk that her and my niece had. I was mad, but not only was I mad, I was kind of emotional about it. And I was emotional about it only because, like, when you grow up in a household with like a lot of females, the first time you ever hear somebody talking about you is your sisters. The first time you experience somebody betraying you is your sisters. You experience everything within a circle of girls, the sisters. And we're all a year apart. So I was kind of hurt because it's like I had been through shit, like old shit with my sisters, that it was kind of like, where will my niece get that from if somebody wasn't talking about me? That's how I felt. So I called my sister, of course, yelling. We argued on the phone. I'm like, where would she get that from? My sister's like, I don't know. I said, well, somebody got to be talking about me to her, because where would she get that from? Like, she's a child. Why would a child be telling another child, like, oh, she so means somebody that think they all that, they think that they better than everybody else? And I said, where's all that coming from? I said, she's a child. She shouldn't even be saying that to my daughter. I was mad at my sister. We exchanged words. We probably stopped speaking for a little while, but we're sisters. We started back speaking. After that, at the time I was married. I got married in 2010. So at the time I was married, 3 years into my marriage, and I had to talk about it with my ex-husband at the time. And he ain't say much because he's really not a man of many words, I should say. So he didn't really say much. But at that point, I had said to myself, this name is actually bigger than what I thought it was. I never intended on my name becoming like a brand. I never thought about starting a business with it. None of that was in my mind. None of that was in my mind. And after I wrote the letter is when everything started clicking. When I wrote this letter years ago, I wrote it out of emotions, anger. I never thought that this letter would be part of who I am today. Like, this is the paper. The paper is like yellow. It's like, I used to walk around with this in my wallet. I was so mad. I ripped this paper out of a notebook and I started like writing on it. This paper is normally folded like this. And for years, I kept it in my wallet just like this in this box. She's so vain on one paper. Years. Years. And even to this day, people still misconstrued what She's So Vain means. People still don't know. Because people are blinded. They think that it has something to do with how I look. It has nothing to do with how I look. It's way bigger than that. The brand was never created because of how I thought I looked. Or how I thought I was going to look years later. I'm 34 now. I wrote this in my early 20s. I had no idea. I'm not even married to the same man anymore. I had no idea that this would hold so much weight right now. Oof. Wow. I like literally, you can see I broke the whole name down. She, the soul, the vein. And the vein was so deep, I actually finished it on the back. I had a second part to vein because it was that deep. So, I wanted to share this with y'all on my YouTube. Instagram just don't seem real enough for me to share this. Like, this is like sentimental to me. I feel like I wanted my own space, my own little area. I feel like everybody on Instagram doing the same shit. Nobody's really sharing real things. Well, it's Instagram. So anyway, I'm gonna explain to y'all what it means. She's so vain. So the she is the woman, the mother, the friend, the sister, the daughter, the wife, the role model, the soft one, the hard one, the misunderstood one. That's who she is. So also known as tunnel vision. She sees the envy. She sees the lack of support. But she keeps going. She tells herself, so what if they don't approve? Wow. That's what the soul means. Vain. This is the part of her that's feared. She takes pride in knowing that she can withstand any battle. Sometimes mentally beat, but always too vain to give in or pass up the experience of the unknown. Unimpressed, unapologetic. She can be as cold as ice. That's part one. Do y'all fucking get what I'm talking about now? Do y'all get it? I'm gonna try to get it. I'm gonna read the second part of vain to y'all. Vain. The deepest part of her and the most misunderstood. So many wars, so many obstacles, so many losses, and so much so that she should be broken. She's vain because she knows that she's been through. She knows what she's been through. And she takes pride in knowing that everything she has experienced made her. She's a victorious warrior, and her vanity is her badge of honor. What? Y'all had no idea what that name meant. Like, y'all had no idea. Y'all had no clue. Y'all wouldn't even begin to understand, because you know what? Everything in the social world is so like surface based that most names are created out of vanity or just being shallow. It is. That's not where my name came from. It's never been where it came from at all. It was so much deeper. You know, you hear she's so vain, and you think a woman that thinks she's all that, she's so vain. because of how someone looked. This is just a shell. It's just a shell. Not saying that I don't stand in my right in my shell, or I don't love my shell, but there's more internally than what meets the eye. This is the letter that started the movement of the brand. After I wrote this letter, I wanted my name to become a brand because of the she part. The mother, the wife, the daughter, the soft one, the hard one, the misunderstood one. That's what my brand is about. My brand is about an image. It's about the woman being more than what she's been through, looking better than what she's been through, standing tall even though she had so much stacked against her. She's standing taller than the things that she has stacked before her. That's what the brand is about, beating obstacles. Vanity is not just about thinking you look good or you better than everybody. Vanity is about you being vain about who you are. Like, you honoring yourself. You don't look for validation from nobody. Self-love doesn't look for validation from nobody. When you love yourself and you know who you are, you don't seek approval. I've always been a threat to my peers, to even family members, to those who have claimed to love me. I've always been a threat. Not because I'm a mean person, but because I've always known who I was. I questioned myself a few times over the years because I was like, damn, why shit go left? I'm part to blame because I'm so transparent and I'm so blunt. A lot of people can't digest that. And I get it. But I can't digest fake people either. So I'm kind of like a porcupine. My spikes come out when I feel threatened. Other than that, I'm just wobbling around, looking vulnerable, inedible. But it's like, this shit is whack. Like, y'all have no idea. I just want women to, like, love themselves, be into themselves. Like, every time I put my waist trainer on, every time I put this on, I can't believe that I've taken it here. And I don't even take my brand as serious as I could. I could take it more serious. I don't take it as serious as I could. I don't take it as far as I could. Because I know for sure a lot of females aren't ready. They aren't ready. That one paper manifested this. This one paper. This is the outcome.